Hi Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 38. This is a channel about cross stitch, so if that's what you're here for, stick around. If you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by and choosing to check me out. I hope you like what you see. And if you're coming back at me, thank you again for choosing me to spend some time with today. Lots and lots of recordings are going out right now, so thank you for choosing me. I'm gonna jump in. This is probably gonna be a shorty video also. I returned to work, so there's my life update for you. Feel one day under my belt, it felt really great. New standards to get used to, new, everybody knows all the things. So we just learned to adjust and make adaptments, I guess. I'm putting, not on these, but my safety glasses I wear at work, I'm doing the button trick to pull them off my ears. I about ripped this piercing out of my ear last night with the mask string, so yeah. But anyway, back to work, happy to be there. Even just that little taste of norm, so good. I have a couple of things that I wanted to talk about from comments in my question. So I had the comment about the vines that are around me. That's actually an ivy plant. I actually took some pictures, so I'm gonna post it here. So that's a big old beast, and it started in that little tiny pot, and I just water it. To be honest with you, I water it with water bottles my kids don't finish all the way, so that's what I do. Also, let me grab, sorry. I had a question about my bag. They ask about this vinyl sleeve. I don't know if you can see it, and I don't have one. When I get to One Nation, I'll show it to you. But do you see the vinyl right there? I actually just stick like a business card in there, and it identifies my chart that I have in there. So yeah, that's why I adapted that from VONNA PFEIFFER's pattern. My project bags are completely made by her tutorial, and I added the little vinyl sleeve so I can identify what it is in the chart. So that's that. I have no finishes to show you, no fully finishes to show you, and I didn't even dig out any past finishes. So sorry about that. But I'm going to jump into what I've been working on. Even if it's just been a little bit, I'm popping it out here to show you. So I'm hearing a little background noise today, train going by, so hopefully that's not disturbing to you. It's just the time of the day it is. So into my whips. Live Simply. I have been asked about this. I'm going to zoom in quick. It's Stitches Through the Year. I got that on Instagram. And I just like sent her a message, and then she billed me, and it was not much. But this pattern is stitched on 25 count Lugana Heritage. I stitch on this every single day, so 30 minutes a day. I'm gonna zoom in closer on this area that I'm working on right now. Look at that little wagon. Look at that little birdhouse. Sorry for the movement of the camera right there. The cat decided to use my tripod as a scratching post for a second. So that was my Live Simply. My next one is from the Fat Quarter Shop, Feels Like Home, Sal. The last part dropped on Friday. I did not get it completely finished, so I'm working on these roses, 2 more pink colors and the leaves, and then this will be done. This is stitched on 25 count Vintage Smoky. I didn't bring the paper with me. I'll have it next week in the wrap up exactly what that fabric is. So on to my One Nation. One Nation, again, jump on this, One Nation Sal. It totally comes along on my 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. I am to this point. I put in the word Maine and 1 star, and I'm working on getting that white line. It's hard to do that and hold it and show you. I'm working on getting this white line all the way across so that it just preps it for a different week. The extra little, the theory behind one state and one star works out great, except for, cat, stop it, except for there is all that extra. Kitty, kitty, stop it. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. All right, so let me show you this bag that I was talking about. See, I just have this little card that sticks in there, just so that I can whip through and see exactly what it is, in case I'm losing my mind and I don't know what I'm working on. The next one that I put a few stitches in is Antique Locks and Key by Shepherd's Peddler. I always say that wrong. I did it before too. Shakespeare's Peddler. I'm crazy. Anyway, this is where I am. I'm doing this all in one silky thread. And it's kind of a fun little quick one to do. So sometimes I need to not change the thread, if that makes sense. This next one is, I started it while in quarantine. I did not get it finished while in quarantine, but I will work on it. I'm gonna try to work on a little bit every day, but it's Project Quarantine. I got to the point where Lutz, home finish since last time, and the word Lutz up there. This cool material here is actually a scrap of Picture This Plus 32 count pewter Lugana. I think that's the same scrap that I'm using for locks and keys, or antique locks and keys, so I think. My next one, and the new part dropped for this, and I haven't printed it out yet, but I'm behind in it anyway, so this is Cloud Factory's Grimm's Tales. I got part 2 completely finished, so Princess and the Frog. Getting ready to move on to part 3, which I think is Hansel and Gretel. There's a lot of little bits and color changes, and I think that's why that one takes me what it does, but oh well. All right, wrapping up Mania. I actually got this done. So, well, I started my pieces that I had hoped to start. So here is my Queen of Freedom, stitched on Color and Cotton's Luna. You expect nothing less. It's just the hair. There you go. It really is beautiful. I don't think the camera shows it like it does in person, but so that was the Queen of Freedom. And my next one, this start was pathetic. This weekend was crazy with house projects and stuff and the nice weather. So this is my Winter Queen. She is stitched on Color and Cotton's Morning Mist. I literally got, it's almost embarrassing. There's probably 20 stitches in there, in her blonde hair. But I try to make it a goal when I come back to see you next time. It is going to have, at least have all the hair done. And then I don't know what my plan is going to be for my mirrors. Do you see this? I got some live action German back here. As far as what rotation I'm going to do with my girls. But sorry about that. It's all crazy animals in here today. Anyway, I haven't really figured that out because like the next step's going to be all their hairs and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm going to do like a 3-month concentration, or I haven't really figured it out. So that's it for stitching. And now I'm going to show you a little bit of haul and a little, well, I'm in some Fabric of the Month clubs or whatnot. But anyway, I had ordered, I put a call out for that I needed help finding the Soda Stitches, and I was blessed with being told to go to Soda Stitch Canada, and I got my charts. So this is what I was looking for, the 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. What is super cute about this is that it doesn't show it on, I didn't know on this chart, there is what they refer to as a clock, a pattern for a clock for each season too. So I'm gonna flip it real quick. I don't think you can screen grab it, but look, see, a clock pattern. So super cool. That's on each one of them. That wasn't my plan it's the original chart that I planned on, that I fell in love with and wanted these for. So, and the colors are bright, and try a new designer. So speaking of trying a new designer, I am checking out, oh, how do I say this? I'm gonna botch it up. Seraphim Fabrics, and I don't have a really good card because this is kind of what the card looks like. Let me show you in case you see it. Seraphim Fabrics. I'll spell it out either here or also in the comments, but she was having a sale, so I decided to try to grab a couple. That's pretty. That's super pretty. So I don't know if you remember, and if you don't, I'll show it to you when I kit it up. I have a piece that I'm going to do. It's a steampunk piece. I was trying to pick a piece of fabric for that in honor of my best friend who is passed. And baby, this one is kind of a peachy pink. It's really not showing up on that video very well, on the camera very well, but anyway, there's that. And then I don't miss out. I try not to miss out on Brandy's Be Stitch Me Friday Night Fight Night. So this was like a couple weeks ago. She had released that she had a color called Autumn, and I had to grab it. That is a perfect autumn color. It's just perfect. So, and this one I grabbed in an Aida, a 16 count Aida actually. So perfect. And the last but not least of my fabric is Swiss Coffee by Collar and Cotton. And this is my May fabric of the month. And it's just a real light colored, cream colored with some variegation in it. So perfect. I love being in the neutral club. It's kind of my jam. So that's it. This is again another short video. So I have a couple of things. I don't have them with me right here printed out. I'm double checking. I thought I did, but I don't. There are some freebies that are being printed out right now in regards to what's going on in the world. I live in a small town, but the bigger town that's just north of me has had some peaceful rioting that turned into not peaceful rioting. So it gets scary. I have teenage kids that want to go out just to do teenage kid stuff, and I have to like worry that and tell them don't go in this area and all the things. So I am a believer that we will get through this. I have I don't want to say get through this, but it's big issues in the world, and these things need to be addressed, but that is not what you're here for. I just am letting you know there's a couple of really amazing free charts that have been put out because a lot of us stitchers heal or process things while we stitch, because I can stitch and think. And so I just wanted to make sure that you're aware of that if you haven't seen it on other people's videos. I know Beth Twist is one of them. The Stitching Book Club has one that's a blackbird one that's really cute, and I know that I'm missing one. But as far as anything else, I have one announcement. Be on the lookout for, if you have never heard of her before, and I'm sure you have, Sambri Stitches, Becca, is doing interviews and with other floss tubers, and I was chosen. And I believe my video releases this Friday, and after it releases on hers, if I can, and it works out, I'm going to release it on my channel so that you see the interview. It was super fun to do. It's been super fun to watch all of those videos. So check her out. Again, I will put her name here and in the notes below, but super fun. So plans for this week, we're kicking off June. Here comes the cat to rub on my tripod again. But in kicking off June, I always do the Snowflower Diaries monthly stitch. So I have that June one to do, and I'm sure I'll be digging into some of my other, besides my daily stitch and my One Nation stitch and those kind of things. I'll be digging into some old whips that have kind of been ignored. Not ignored, but whatever. I usually just kind of stitch what feels good and some plans that I have. So I really have done a crappy job of planning out for the month of June. I'll probably knock that out this weekend of figuring out what I'm gonna do. I didn't bring it in here with me, but I did knock out my May acrostic for the 24 hours of cross stitch. That was fun, and I'm working on getting my June one together, so that's kind of basically where I take some of my plans from. Other than that, I'm just gonna do my thing and do my stitching. So I hope you guys are all doing well, taking care. There are no updates on my dad right now. We're just still going through the motions of, I think we have another week of radiation chemo before they take a break. So, so that's that for my dad. But anyway, keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm gonna send you much love. Bye.